His name was Tyler. 16 years old. Fast with his feet, and faster with his mouth. Tyler wasn't a bad kid, but he liked to act tough. Always had something clever to say. Always wanted to be the one people laughed with, even if it meant laughing at someone else. He hung out most afternoons at Hollow Creek Park, riding his board near the benches, jumping curbs, tossing fast food wrappers in the grass without thinking. It was just a park to him, just a place to pass the time. But to someone else, it meant a lot more. The air smelled like leaves and cold air. The sun dipped low behind the trees, casting long shadows across the grass. Tyler and his friends were messing around near the old fountain when they saw the man. He was bent over with a grabber stick, picking up trash near the edge of the walkway. Old jacket, work gloves, faded cap pulled low over his ears. He moved slow, careful. Tyler chuckled. Look at Grandpa over there. What's he doing? Trying to clean the whole park with that little claw? One of the other boys snorted. He missed a spot. The man didn't look up, didn't say a word, just kept picking up one bottle at a time, like each one mattered. Tyler rolled closer and waved his arms wide. Hey man, you get paid for this, or is this just your retirement hobby? Still no answer. The man reached into a small trash bag and tied it off. Then started sweeping leaves off the path with an old broom. Tyler shook his head. Bet he's doing community service for stealing pudding from the retirement home, he said, loud enough for others to hear. A few more laughs. A few more whispers. But one old woman walking her dog gave Tyler a long, cold stare. He didn't understand why. Not yet. Tyler skated off toward the playground area, trying to pop his board off the curb when something caught his eye. A small bronze statue sat on a stone base near the park's center. It was tucked under a tree, half in shadow. He had passed it 100 times before, and never looked twice. But now, he slowed down. Because the face on the statue looked familiar, it was him, the old man. Same jawline, same eyes, same posture, only standing taller in the statue than in real life. Tyler stepped off his board and walked up to it. There was a bronze plaque on the base. He read it slowly. In honor of Mr. Harold Jennings, decorated war veteran, community leader and founder of the city's parks program. Tyler blinked, led the first cleanup of Hollow Creek after the 1977 flood, dedicated over 30 years to preserving green spaces for children and families. Awarded the City Medal of Honor in 1995. We play here because he cared. Suddenly, the broom in his hands didn't look so silly. The bag of trash didn't seem so small. Tyler's face went red. He looked back toward the walkway. The old man was still there, now kneeling to pull weeds near the flower bed. Everyone else had gone home. Only Tyler stood there, frozen. He walked back, slowly. His board dragged behind him. When he got close, the old man looked up. His eyes were gentle, calm, not angry, not tired, just waiting. Tyler opened his mouth to speak, but the words felt too heavy. I didn't know, he said. The old man smiled faintly. Most don't. I shouldn't have joked, Tyler mumbled. The man nodded once. You can do better tomorrow. Tyler stood there for a moment, then without being asked, he bent down and picked up a stray can from the grass. Where's the extra trash bags? He asked. The old man handed him one without a word. Side by side, they worked until the sun disappeared behind the trees. Tyler came back the next day. He didn't tell anyone, he just showed up at the edge of the park with a backpack full of gloves, trash bags, and a granola bar. Mr. Jennings was already there, sweeping around the benches. They didn't say much, just nodded. Tyler picked up where he left off. They worked quietly, side by side, until the streetlights flicked on. The day after that, Tyler came again, then again. At first his friends rolled their eyes. You really picking up old soda cans for fun now, they joked. Tyler just shrugged. Nah. I'm just helping out. Some of them came to see what the big deal was. A few stayed for a while, most didn't. That was okay. This wasn't about being seen, it was about doing something that mattered. Soon, word started to spread. A teacher from the school passed by one afternoon and snapped a photo, posted it online with the caption, "This is how change begins." The principal called Tyler in to say thank you. So did the mayor's assistant. 3 weeks later, Tyler stood in front of a small crowd gathered around the old statue. A new banner stretched between two trees. Clean the Creek Day Community Volunteers, welcome. There were families, teachers, even some younger kids with plastic gloves, 3 sizes too big. Tyler wore jeans and a hoodie. Nothing fancy. But when he stepped up to the microphone, he didn't fumble. He looked out at the faces, then over to the bench where Mr. Jennings sat, arms folded gently, watching him like a proud grandfather. Tyler cleared his throat. I used to laugh at Mr. Jennings, he said. I didn't know who he was, didn't care really. He glanced back at the statue. But then I read the plaque, and I realized, I've been playing in this park my whole life, because he built it. He paused. He's not just the guy who picks up trash. He's the reason we even have a place to skate, to walk, to breathe. And now, it's our turn to take care of it. The crowd clapped. Some wiped their eyes. Mr. Jennings said nothing. But if you looked closely, you might have seen him take off his cap and wipe his eyes with it. Years passed, seasons came and went. But Tyler never stopped coming back. As he grew older, he'd bring his younger cousins to Hollow Creek Park. They'd feed ducks, ride bikes, kick soccer balls through the leaves. But before they left, Tyler always had them help him pick up just a little trash. Even if it was just one bottle, one bag. Why do we gotta do this? One cousin asked once. Tyler smiled. Because someone took care of this place before we got here. Now it's our turn. He never gave long speeches. He didn't need to. The statue still stood. The bronze still shined. But now, right near the park entrance, a new wooden sign stood tall, in a flower bed, planted with care. It read, "Take care of what others built, in honor of Mr. Harold Jennings," and just below that, carved gently into the wood, was another name. Tyler Mason, volunteer leader, youth advocate, and friend. It wasn't about titles. It wasn't about money. It was about legacy. And Tyler, he had learned something most people don't learn until much later in life. That respect isn't about being perfect. It's about seeing when you were wrong and doing better afterward. He used to laugh at the man sweeping leaves, but one look at a statue, and everything changed. Because sometimes, the people we ignore are the very ones who built the world we enjoy.